At Chairo Christian School, we hold to a set of values that are really important to us. It is our hope that they shape all that we do in our school. One of those values is stewardship. With this value, we seek to wisely steward all that God has given us for the cause of Christian education. Thanks for this opportunity to talk to you about how stewardship shapes what we do at Chairo.
Stewardship for me would be an important role model to the children, because God's given us the abilities and responsibilities to be an adult, a Christian adult in this environment, and I think it's important for children to have someone to look at as a Christian and to have that ability to be that.
Stewardship for me in my role is just me using my gifts. I'm a gardener and landscaper, hands-on, I'm working in the gardens, I'm talking to kids at times, explaining about what I'm doing, but it's just faithfully doing my job so that the grounds work and function well, so we look better, so it becomes a better educational facility.
Being the school nurse, you have the ability to be in people's families, you know, dealing with their medical and their health issues and supporting them when they're not feeling 100%. And for me, on a day-to-day basis, it might just be a band-aid. It might be a bit of TLC when they've fallen over. Or it might be something bigger, you know, they're struggling with a subject, or they're needing some time out, some rest and a bit of calming time. And so being able to talk them through that, just be there for them, give them some ideas to help them calm, settle.
If we're not good stewards of what we do, we're wasting the resources, we're wasting our time, our talents. So it's extremely important, because the opposite in my mind is slackness and slothfulness, and then we're not going to be the school that we can be.
They're putting their trust in the school as sending their children here, and being honest with them I think is really important with stewardship, you know, ringing them and explaining what happened. You know, don't sugarcoat it, don't make it look better than it is, don't make it look worse than it is, and that's important for me.
Look, stewardship is lived out. Every individual I see is a steward. We're just using our different gifts. Like people in the finance office, they're stewards of their gifts in finance. IT people, learning support, teachers, we're all using our different gifts and abilities to serve the school.
It's not something that's natural to us as people, and it needs to be cultivated. So I think that's why it's really important, because it sets us aside.
Students have the ability to become all that they can be, and being a good steward for them is, if they're preparing themselves, making the most of the opportunities that they've got here at Chairo, then they'll become better equipped people, better equipped young adults for the future.
It's my responsibility to give them the best care that I can, and for me that looks like respecting them as individuals, respecting their families' wishes, and giving my knowledge and my expertise in a way that honours God in our day-to-day work.
Yeah, I think I'd like to see that they, or think that they see God's creation around them. You know, we've got beautiful rural surrounds here, and they can see God's creation, but it also means that, you know, in the footy oval there's no divots there, that they're filled so that they're not going to trip.
I've always enjoyed working with kids, and it's been a passion of mine since I was a teenager, teaching classes at church with children, and I think it's something that God's puts on your heart, and you realise that we are set here to look after them. They're not adults yet, they don't have the ability to make decisions, and if I can be there for them in that area, that makes me feel better, and it gives me a clear conscience that I've done what God would want me to do.
I think one of the classic examples of that is the paving around the school. We've got a lot of large trees that their roots pop up and lift the paving. I constantly going around lifting pavers, taking them out, because they've become a trip hazard. And so then that becomes a danger to people. By rectifying that, then it just maintains a safe environment for everyone.